Hello everyone, Andrew here, and I'm happy to announce that all of the re-uploading is finally complete, so thank you so much to everyone who has been so patient during this. It took way longer than I expected it to, and I really appreciate everyone's support. And I hope that people enjoyed maybe going back and seeing some things that you didn't see originally because maybe you subscribed after it was originally uploaded and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope that there were some people who enjoyed that, but for some people who have been subscribed since like way back at the beginning, and nothing like was really new to them as I was re-uploading it, I really apologize for that. But again, thank you so much for waiting, because I promise that is going to be completely worth it. Because the next thing that you are going to see uploaded to this channel is my new awesome room tour, and I promise that it's going to be very awesome, because it might be the longest room tour on YouTube. I wonder if it will set a record for that. Because it is going to be over 2 hours long, and that's not a joke. It's like 2 hours and 2 minutes, but it's still over 2 hours long. And it goes into super, like, in-depth on just about everything in my room. Like, everything you see in the cabinets, I pretty much, like, go in-depth on. All the box stuff, all the accessories. I don't go in-depth on, like, every single game, because then it would have been, like, a 10-hour room tour. But I do go over all of my games, everything you see on all the cabinets back here, and then even in the other rooms out there. For people who have seen my other room tour, will know that there's like a smaller room, and then there's another kind of big room out there with my arcade machines and stuff like that. It goes into super depth on everything, and I can't believe it turned out to be 2 hours long. It took the 3 nights of videoing to get it all done, and this time it's going to be in like super high quality professional too. Because it's not just me going around the room with my camera and everyone knows I can't hold it still for like more than 5 seconds. This time I actually had a friend come over who has a really good camera, and he's really good at taking pictures and filming things, and he actually filmed me like holding things and talking about things and standing in front of the cabinet pointing things out. So it's going to be like really professional, so it's not just me kind of pointing my camera at things. And it turned out really well, so there's been a whole bunch of editing that's gone into that. And yeah, it looks really nice, and it's probably going to be split into like 4 parts of about 30 minutes each, which hopefully everyone will be okay with, because I mean the original room tour was only like 44 minutes. I can't remember if it was 44 or like 47, somewhere around 45 minutes. So yeah, this one is over twice as long, and it just goes over absolutely everything, and it turned out super well. So I mean, it was quite a long wait for it, but I promise you that you will not be disappointed with it in the end. So yes, that will be the next thing that you see uploaded here. So definitely keep an eye out for that, and that should be up in the very near future. So yes, again, thanks. I mean, I can't say it enough, because I mean, it was quite ridiculous. I never expected the re-uploading to take like 2 months. And I mean, there was just so many factors that ended up affecting it. I mean, one thing that I didn't really think was going to end up being an issue is I've never come anywhere close to going over my bandwidth limit, and it ended up being a massive issue, both at the end of September and October. I was within like megabytes of going over, and I really didn't want to go over and cause a whole bunch of like extra payments and stuff with that. I mean, September, if I had just gone over with September, it would have been like tons extra, and in October, it was close enough to the end, and I didn't have too much more to upload. I figured I might as well just wait till the beginning of November. But there's no point in worrying about it now, because it is all done. Also, if you really didn't check into my videos at all while I was re-uploading, I did upload, I think it was like a couple or a few more videos in the middle of it all, so you can check those out if you haven't seen them. But other than that, the next thing that you have to look forward to here is the room tour, and I mean, so much effort went into it. I mean, I had my awesome friend come over, who, he doesn't appear in the video at all, but he did the filming and stuff like that, and he did pretty much all, I mean, he did do all of the editing. I went over, and I mean, I kind of, like, talked about it with him a few times and stuff like that, but overall, he was in charge of the editing, he did it all, and I mean, it just turned out super well, and I cannot thank him enough. It was actually Fabio. Some people might know him. He did a random game of the day with me quite a while back. It was when we played Forsaken 64, so some people may remember that. Yeah, he did all the filming and all the editing, and it just turned out so well, and I could not be happier with that. So I just like to thank him a whole ton, and I believe there will be like credits and stuff in the video, and he'll be given acknowledgement, and there'll be like links to his channel and stuff like that. So definitely check him out too once the room tour comes out, because he's a really cool guy, and he makes some pretty neat videos too. But anyway, let's see. What else is there to say? I mean, that's pretty much what this is. Is this an announcement video? It's a celebration because it's finally over. Oh yeah, one other thing I was going to talk about is on my Facebook page a few days ago, I mentioned that I went to go see the Ace Attorney movie, which came to Toronto. Yeah, so by the way, if you haven't liked the Facebook page, I do put a whole bunch of information and stuff on that may not be always put into videos. I also always post there when new videos come out, so I mean, if you want to know when the new room tour comes out, like you want to know immediately, I would suggest liking the page, which I always put a link to in the description down there. But yes, thanks to Gamer Camp, the Ace Attorney movie finally came to Toronto, and I'm so happy to finally be able to go and see that. So if you are a fan of Ace Attorney, you should definitely be looking into places where the movie is being shown, so that you can go and see it. I mean, it was Japanese with English subtitles, but I mean, I wasn't expecting too much more than that. But yeah, so it went to Toronto finally after it was in places like New York and Los Angeles. So I mean, if you really are into the series, I would really recommend trying to keep an eye out if it's ever in a place near you. I mean, even if you have to drive or like take a bus or something for like an hour or two, you definitely should go and see it, because I don't believe there's any plan for a North American release on DVD yet, which is really silly. And so I mean, who knows if there even will be plans. I mean, you'd hope that eventually, but I mean, considering how mean they were to us with Ace Attorney Investigations 2, I'm not holding my breath for anything Ace Attorney. I mean, it's just nice that we're getting Ace Attorney 5. But yeah, it was an awesome movie. So if you really want to see it, I definitely recommend checking out pretty often for areas in your, places in your area that might be showing it. But yeah, that was put on by the people at Gamer Camp. So I just really want to thank them because that was really cool. And I actually did go to Gamer Camp, which was not too long ago, and it was really neat because you know how there's like a film festival which kind of shows off like movies and stuff like that. Like it's like a big thing where you can go and see a whole bunch of different movies. Gamer Camp is similar to that, but for video games. So a whole bunch of indie developers and stuff like that, they brought their games to Gamer Camp, and then they had a whole bunch of like TVs and stuff set up in this huge room, and you could go and play a whole bunch of games. And I mean, the developers were there, so you could talk to them about their games and stuff like that. And there were also workshops for making games, and I mean, there was talks about like from the people who had made the indie games and stuff like that. And here, I'll just show some of the ones that were there are on the back of the magazine. These were all on the show floor to try. Unfortunately, it doesn't like focusing in on this book. I mean, there's some really good ones there. I mean, I tried out Sound Shapes and stuff like that. I mean, there were so many good games. I mean, indie games do not get the attention that they deserve. So, I mean, it was really cool to go here and be able to try out some of these games. And, I mean, I even came home and, I mean, I bought a few of them because, I mean, I enjoyed them so much there. So, Gamer Camp was really cool. And it's done for this year. It's a thing that's been happening since 2009. And it happens every year downtown Toronto. So, I mean, if you like indie games or just gaming in general, because, I mean, you don't have to specifically like indie games to like indie games. So, I mean, if you love gaming, it's definitely something that would be worth checking out for next year, if you're in the Toronto area, because I had a ton of fun at that. It was really cool. So I just wanted to bring that up. And especially since they brought the Ace Attorney movie here, too, which is something I've wanted to see ever since it came out. And they're the first people to bring it to Toronto, so I mean, I just needed to mention them, too, because I'm so thankful for that. But anyway, yeah, this video was mainly about the announcement that re-uploading is finally complete, and thanks again to everyone who has been so patient. And I really hope that you are looking forward to my over 2 hour long room tour, and the first half an hour part will be up very soon. So thanks for watching this, thanks again for waiting, and see you later.